Hello everyone, welcome back to Die Party Hollow Earth Expedition, hour number 4 on Die Party Game Day. Whoop whoop! First game of Die Party Game Day, we've got another one after this. If you're confused about the role on the screen, we were talking about how long it would take for someone who was here for 3 years to work out everything, and we were like, oh, that would give him like, what, an extra 300 odd die? So I rolled it, and it turns out that it's pretty much half. Like, just about every single roll in this entire game, you get about 50% of success. So, there you go. There's a secret to Hollow Earth Expedition, everyone. Literally get as many die as you can so that your median will pass whatever check you need to make.
That's solid mathematics.
It is, yeah. It really is. 50% of all the die that you roll will be a fail.
Unless you do anything interesting, the dinner proceeds as stated, and eventually you are told that the spare rooms are yours to use as you see fit. There are only 5. However, none of the mafiosos want a room with you anyway, so you can go ahead and get a room all to yourself.
Because you still haven't washed your fucking clothes.
And you're a huge asshole.
That's perfect.
So,
I mean, that's what Rex is, man. He's straight to the point, and but you know what? He learns things, and that's important. So,
Because knowing is half the battle. Do-do-do-do-do.
Bing! Cutting back to Otto and Arch.
Arigato, Mr. Otto.
Auto Roboto?
Mr.
Indeed.
Mr. Regato,
yeah. It is now night. Not actually, but it is night time. Otto. What do you? I mean, you know that Arch is still hiding away, doing his thing. Yeah, I'm sure you pretty much just relax, have a cup of tea, maybe go to bed.
Pretty much. Might have a pretzel.
Ah, pretzel.
Ooh, homemade
That's his
pretzels.
exotic. That's
German
exotic,
style.
Yeah, so you wind down and have a lovely evening. Arch.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a awful day. It has been a
been
terrible,
pretty
horrible, no
pretty
good,
shitty.
awful day.
I'm feeling
Uh,
pissy. Literally.
As you should. Dinner was a few hours ago now, so it must certainly be heading into night, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that must be super disorientating now that I'm thinking about it. Like,
The
Yeah,
thing is that I've been all day. I've been inside all day, so I wouldn't really notice.
yeah.
So.
For you, it's not as disorienting because you're already inside the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Time passes. You are aggravated and annoyed.
Yay.
The
Period.
number of monks coming to get a stein of mead, or what have you, increases steadily, and then starts
Looks
to peter
like the
out.
party.
It
Okay.
then starts to peter out, and soon it is quiet and all is still. And many more hours have passed.
Okay. I try to twiddle my thumbs until my thumbs cramp, and then I stop twiddling.
I don't know how to roleplay staying in one place and not doing anything. Basically says
Yeah,
Frank.
I'm actually laying on my floor. I'm laying on my floor right now to try to see how it's like, and it's just not really. My face feels like it's stretching backwards, so I'm gonna sit back up. So, all right, I'm sitting there and waiting. Do I notice anything? Is there like a fly flying around the room that I can stare at for an hour?
Give me a Constitution check.
That would be a body roll, right?
Yep. Essentially,
Okay.
yes.
4d2 caret 2.
Whoa!
Holy Christ! I became
Nice.
Superman.
You've been there for so long, you become part of the floor.
I like gain muscle mass. Holy fuck! I managed to do a workout routine in there. Holy shit!
So essentially what happens is this. You're starting to get tired, and you're worried that you might fall asleep. But you gain a second wind. you hit your second wind. You become overtired. You couldn't go to sleep now, even if you wanted to. You're wide awake. You most likely will be for a few more hours before you crash again. And you're perfectly wide awake when you hear a couple of monks coming down the stairs.
Cool. I wait and listen. I try to hold my breath, just getting back in the whole. All right, got some fuckers coming down the trench, sort of World War shit. Like, all right, I got these shitheads. I got them.
What, you're
And I
so
wait and see
tired
what
that you
happens.
murder them when the moment they get down?
Well, I'm getting to that. 24 hours isn't enough to hallucinate yet, but give it a little bit longer. I might start tripping balls some. So.
Well, you're not
Let's see what
24 hours yet anyway. You're
Like
12, you're
12,
16,
16,
maybe
yeah.
18, something like that.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm fine. I'm golden. I am on top of things. I am fucking Superman. I am whatever they invented before they had Superman.
Ow! God damn it! Fucking cat.
A cat attacks you.
Soft. Yeah, cat.
They are usually soft, but oh well.
She has claws, and she fucking just claws your feet when she's passing for no reason. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm fine. I'm here. I'm fine. I'm alive. Don't worry about it.
Don't bleed to death.
The monks approach the iron grate.
Mm-hmm. What do they do? I'm staring. I've given them the hairy eyeball. I'm like, I want to know what the fuck's happening.
So I will need 2 rolls from you.
Don't fuck yourself, Frankles.
The first roll that I will need is a perception.
Everything's been leading up to this, Frank.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me pull up my.
Now,
Perception
are you going to give
is-
him any bonuses here since he fucking nailed his constitution?
No.
Damn it. All right.
No
but
pressure,
he's been
Frank.
preparing for
Not
this
since-
completely. I mean, like, he's in the game. He's been here waiting for this moment. Like,
He's not getting any
It's-
bonuses, though.
damn it.
Is the point.
I
I've
tried,
pretty much
Frank,
been
I
sitting here
tried.
for 3 hours and pissing myself. So.
You know, and sometimes you have to sacrifice just to put yourself in the position to make the roll.
True. All right.
Mhm.
We'll take that. No fucking
wrong.
bonuses.
5 is my perception,
Okay.
which will be like a 1 success. Oh, 3. I actually got above
3.
the average.
Not bad. Now I'm going to need a stealth roll.
That's another 5.
Oh,
Hey,
baby.
holy
3
fuck.
and 4.
Yes, Frank.
Come on, Frank.
Damn, I did good
Arch
after
brought it
sitting
home
there
tonight.
Yeah.
thinking about masturbating for 3 hours.
Oh.
This is what you see. The monks have their back turned to you as they face the iron grate. They are talking casually about something in their native tongue, so you can't make it out. When one of them reaches into his robes,
Mm-hmm.
he pulls something out of his robes, which is obscured from your vision by his back. But you gather that it is resting on him as a necklace. You can see the straps around his neck. You can't see what it is. He seems to say something deliberate, and there is a glow of light from in front of him. It is brief, and it is
Okay.
turquoise in nature. It is a aquamarine type color. The iron grate in front of him suddenly comes alive, as if it's as if the iron grating is veiny and throbbing with the same color.
Kinky.
Lines and veins in the iron grating glow with a aquamarine turquoise energy. And quite suddenly, the grating is separated from itself in many different places. It floats away from the monk as if a disassembled puzzle in the air. The 2 monks pass through, no longer obstructed, and behind them it reforms and ceases glowing.
Okay. All right, so we gotta kidnap a monk and then make it look like he's gotta do something. All right. So I'm gonna crawl out there and massage out all the kinks and muscle crap, and then pour myself another stein. Probably find myself a bathroom. And,
Yeah, you can go
quick
freshen up.
wash.
Those baths are always open.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna belly flop into the middle of the fucking bath and clean myself from the scent of hobo that I probably have right now.
That's
And I'm gonna go
not a
grab
scent of hobo. That's a scent of you peeing on yourself. So maybe that is
Which
a
is
scent of
scent
hobo.
of-
Dave, how many
Yeah,
hobos?
it's what
You,
hobos
you live
smell
in
like.
San Francisco, Dave. You know what hobos smell like.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. It's piss, meth, and probably whatever else they're rolling in. So
Another fifth.
Anyway, let's stop insulting the poor and disadvantaged for 5 seconds while you take a bath. It'll be quite late afterwards. Do you go to bed or do you rush straight over to Otto and wake him up?
I'm gonna tell Otto, go rush to Otto. Like, hey, I'm gonna tell Otto, hey, I'm gonna belly flop in the bathtub, run to Otto. Hey, Otto.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably role play this one. Yeah, Otto, I fucking thought. Oh my god, holy shit! And I've
Ein
I've
bisschen
been locked in a room
langsam.
for a little
Slow
bit.
down, my friend.
I-
Tell me. I'm glad to
um,
see you in better disposition now.
Water. Do you have water, tea, booze,
Of course,
coffee?
sure.
anything?
Here you go.
Ah.
Here's something to drink.
Oh man,
So-
I know how they get in. I know how they get in there. They got a
Okay,
thingy.
how do they get
thingy on
in
their
there?
necks. They got a
Thingy on
thingy
their
on their
necks.
necks.
Like
Yeah,
what?
it's
A
like
key
like
on a chain
necklace.
or something?
I don't know. But they grab the thingy and then with their hand
They
and
grab
they
their
mumble
thingy
something.
and
They grab the thingy, they mumble something, and then the veiny wall just moves. And then I pause and I kind of put myself back together and say, I think they got a necklace and a passcode, but it's a veiny wall that definitely throbs aside.
So
And
the grating is not metal.
I don't know. It felt metal. It looks like metal, but when they touch the thingy on the neck and then say something, it like stops being metal. It glows and throbs and then it moves. So
Sehr
I'm thinking-
interessant.
I got a plan, but it's gonna take. Normally, I'm assuming there's some monks that do like a walkabout long trip thing. It'll take we'll have to kidnap that fucker. I mean, we'll have to talk to him strenuously to get him to give us, because I don't know how cool Otto is yet. We'll have to talk to him strenuously to get him to let us borrow his necklace, and then we can and hopefully he'll tell us how to make it work, and then we can get in there, and you can get your science stuff, and I can get my stuff. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go crash and sleep for till the sun doesn't move, I suppose.
All right, well then, I will see you tomorrow.
So yeah, I'm kind of stumbling out the door. I'm not exactly the soldier I was in my youth. I'm a little fucking broken and beat. So I'm gonna go belly flop in the bed. But I'm gonna wedge a chair against the door. So if the door moves or whatnot, the chair will either block it or fall over, and I'll wake up and hear it, and then I'm just gonna fucking sleep.
Okay.
So
All right then. Give me a perception check.
Any
That's another
advantages for a
5d6.
chair falling over?
yeah, I mean, there's a thing in the door is blocked. The chair would just. Well, there's two. All right, now we're back to normal.
You're asleep. You sleep well through the night. Otto, do you do anything
Yes.
with your night or evening with this revelation about the wall? It throbs, the veins.
Yes,
He's very
actually.
bad at
Throbbing
describing
vein-
things.
Throbbing
the-
veiny wall.
If the
He's very bad at describing things.
if the monastery is
amazing at
open and if
describing
I'm
things.
permitted, I don't know if I can stop myself from going to inspect the.
No, the monastery is always open because the baths are always open. I mean, the dormitory level when they're sleeping, it'd be rude to go up there.
of
But
course.
I mean, the library is open all night. The bathhouse is open all night, so it's not shut.
So I'm going to have to go down to the cellar. I'm going to take some form of pouch, some sort of scraping tool, and I'm going to go try and take some shavings off of that grate.
Okay. So you have a tool that can scrape, that you assume would be able to scrape off.
You have
Yeah.
called it a
Whether it's a
scraper.
Kniffy, a file, just that's the intention.
Before this happens, Wreckage,
Mhm.
Frank,
Mm-hmm.
did you notice your weapon in your room at all?
He's asleep. He's
Yeah,
doing.
I passed
Max
out
was
with my
doing this
clothes
before.
on, so my
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, I passed out with my clothes on. I'm probably my axe is still in my belt, and I'm assuming that if someone grabs the axe and yanks it,
No,
it's,
I mean the pistol that you asked them to retrieve.
oh, I don't know.
He just went to
actually.
bed.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Okay, right.
Oh, well, the thing is, I didn't wait for them to come back out. So
No, what I'm trying to say is, like, it would have been nice to know if they delivered the gun before.
But the thing is that, Dave, I left before. If they went inside to grab the gun, I left before they came back out with the gun.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And-
it would have been
yeah,
interesting to know
so-
whether or not the gun was already delivered, or whether or not what they
Yeah,
did
that's
was to
true.
go retrieve your gun. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something there that we're missing now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, I can also check
Action.
when I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Smash
they
it.
might have delivered it by the
Yeah.
time that. Yeah.
you go up and you try and scrape from the iron bars.
Mhm.
This is what you discover.
Mhm.
You are able to scrape off what is essentially grime, mineralization,
Mhm.
not rust per se, but there is the buildup of 1,000 eons of sitting in a cellar.
Mhm.
You scrape that off, and underneath is a rather shiny metal.
Mhm.
However, you cannot get anything to come off of that. You can't get any shiny flakes of what is clearly the base metal.
Okay. Follow-up question to that then. By putting plenty of effort into it, am I just not succeeding in getting flakes, or is it actually dulling the metal apparatus that I'm using to try and scrape?
Neither seems to be dulling.
Neither.
You're putting a lot of effort into it. You're putting as much strength as you have into it. Which
I will have to return with something that's diamond coated, or perhaps something that's diamond.
or someone stronger than you. That could theoretically
Yeah,
be the
it
missing
could.
piece of the puzzle.
I'm not exactly the strongest person, but
Neither thing is wearing out either other thing. You can scrape off the buildup, as I said, but it's quite clear when you actually reach the metal bar itself,
Mhm.
and you can make no progress on that.
Gotcha. Well, that is noteworthy. I'm trying to think of anything else. I probably didn't bring any acid with me, but the next thing that Otto would probably do would be to try and
Dynamite.
dynamite. No, would be to try and
for science, of course.
for science, you monster.
Yeah.
We have that plastique, so. Oh wait, no.
It's true.
Mhm.
But what Otto's next likely move would be on a different night to come back with some type of acid and try and etch something. Just now
I mean,
this
the night's-
metal's interesting.
The night's still young,
The knight's still young, but he doesn't want to.
but perhaps you spend the night looking at the mineralization under a microscope.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. At least I've got something
That's
to
some
take
good
with me.
mineralization right there.
Mm.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so do you actually spend the night looking at the mineralization?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Um,
Abso-freaking-lutely. Roll against my my chemistry.
Sure. Why don't you do that?
Let me just grab that. What am I rolling against?
It all comes full circle. He made the thing that allows him to do the thing with the thing that he just got from the other thing.
Indeed, it's...
Things are fun.
Oh,
Wait, did I steal
Wait, are you
everyone's
taking
successes
time?
in my last 3 rolls?
Wait, are you doing the thing where you get additional rolls for the time that you take?
No, because I have no idea how long it would take,
He wants to sleep eventually tonight.
Yeah, it's.
Um,
I'll come back to it later if I have to, but this is just...
For
let's
now,
leave it open, let's see what's going
there's 2 things that you can discern.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing is that this is a moisture buildup. This is sort of in the way that stalactites and stalagmites form.
Mm-hmm.
Water is
Mild
leaving.
pudding of urine.
Water is leaving minerals behind.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that you don't know which minerals, You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know where the water's coming from or what type of water it is. The other thing, if you look at it under a microscope, it sparkles with little turquoise sparkles.
Turquoise sparkles. Now that's interesting. Let's see. Cobalt would be blue, but turquoise. That's interesting. Are they a sort of sediment? A separate sediment?
It would be like if you had a girlfriend who was really into glitter.
Say no more.
There's just an assortment of little
a
sparkly
stripper,
bits.
in other words.
Well, Candy hasn't left, that much glitter around the house in a while. Let's see. I think I think the sediment, the stuff left by the water, not as interesting, although that's getting separated into a separate glass, reactionary vessel. But that purple, that sort of not purple, that turquoise stuff is absolutely getting separated for future stuff. Probably just gonna do a simple, run it through some nylon whatever equivalent I have to try and separate it out.
Yeah, did we
it out.
ever work out what that parachute was made out of?
Yeah, we never worked out what that was made. No, wait, I did. I looked it up, but now I've forgotten. I'm gonna look it up again
It
because I know
wasn't nylon. I thought it was silk.
Well, they have not. It's either nylon or silk. They have.
Yeah,
both
it was.
during
Yeah,
that time.
that's no. Well, they didn't have. They developed nylon during the war that has yet to happen.
No, nylon was already there because they had they already had stockings and leggings and crap, but they had to nylon got all the nylon got put into parachutes and crap during the war, but they had it beforehand.
Okay.
I say masterfully.
Well, I know I could make some if push comes to shove.
If push comes to shove.
Although, where am I going to get ethylene glycol at this hour? It's not like I can just run down to the corner store.
Oh, there is no hours. The corner store would be open.
No, you gotta go to the store that's 2 blocks away for the ethylene. The
There we
glycol's
go.
fine. The ethylene's weird.
So, about that pregnant pause.
Sorry, yeah, now I got looking up parachutes in World War One. And light fabric, linen, cloth, silk. Strong cloth, originally silk, now commonly nylon. But it definitely sounds like in World War One and just post World War One, it was silks.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll just use whatever I've got available to try and filter out.
You'll be able, yeah. You will describe to me how you try and filter it out.
Otto's
and
collection
it
of
works.
women's clothing that he happens to have for scientific
Who
reasons,
knows
obviously.
what he'll use? Everybody sleeps. There's no night. It never sets the sun here. Ah! You get a good night's sleep. Everybody. Dawn. Dawn of the 4th day. 4 days in Shangri-La.
1 day remains.
Rex Holt.
Yes.
Well, actually, the moon would have already crashed if that was going to happen. What do you, I assume you head back?
Yep.
Do you?
Literally no reason to stay in this shithole.
Okay, you leave. There's a few goodbyes. Visit anytime you like.
I don't go out of my way to say goodbye to anyone. I just leave.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that they're not that eager to have you back. You're a huge asshole.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'll take you.
Yeah.
You will get back to the monastery at about dinner time. So, we will revisit you when that period of time has occurred.
Really? Dinner time? Because I managed to go from the monastery to the guy's house. I guess it's on the way, isn't it? I guess, yeah, because you said it was like halfway between.
I think I might have been stuffed in that barrel spot for longer than was a whole day. But
'Cause
if
you
we're
were-
going by time,
Well, I
then,
mean,
yeah.
like, because you said his house was like roughly in the middle here, right? So, yeah. Okay.
I should point out that dinner time in the two places is not necessarily at the same time.
Wait, are you saying lunch or are you saying like tea?
I'm saying dinner. Dinner.
Yeah, but which one is that?
Supper. Supper is the third meal in the day.
Right, cool.
The
perfect.
last
that's,
meal of
That's
the
all
day.
I need to know because I call dinner lunch sometimes. Anyway, yeah,
Oh.
going ahead. Yep, I make it back there. Yeah, I'm going to go take a bath, I guess. I don't know. finally.
Masturbate, all desultory.
We haven't actually gotten to you getting back yet because Otto and Arch have a day of you traveling to do things if they so desire to do things.
Okay.
So, do either of you do things?
All right,
Morning,
I'm gonna go.
Arch.
I'm going to go.
Arch, your gun is on the table.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the chair been moved at all?
Nope.
So they didn't come through the door.
They came in through the ceiling. It's the only
I'm guessing
explanation.
Windows. I'm assuming windows are big enough to fit a monk-sized person.
Windows are large enough for a person to fit through.
Why would they have? See, now I'm suspicious. Because for what reason would they have, even jiggling the door would have noticed, hey, the chair would have moved.
Well, I
But
mean, how perceptive were you?
this is assuming.
I mean, if the chair has microscopically moved, you're not aware of it. It certainly hasn't fallen.
Yeah, to give you an idea, Arch,
Yeah.
I mean, you're aware that Rex had his gun on him, and it was taken off him, and it didn't wake him up. So if that'll give you any idea about how ninja-y these monks are, then that's probably something.
It didn't help how badly he botched those
I know,
rolls.
but that's besides the point.
Yeah, if
They
that
are
was a person, you stabbed and murdered that.
I
roll,
mean, if there is any truth behind any Eastern legend of ninjas, these monks would know all of the secrets about those things.
All right.
So the point is, your gun has no clip in it whatsoever.
It's a revolver, actually.
Well, yeah, okay, then it has no bullets whatsoever.
As
but
I said, no
is,
clip in it whatsoever.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have a clip in it. It never does.
We do.
So it has been returned.
So, all right, I stick the gun in my waistband, kind of, right, just crossing the testicles, so I can kind of feel just thank God, it's back, and I make sure everything else is okay, and I'm gonna go grab a hold of Otto because I think I know how to get us what we both so desperately want and need. In my case, weapons that I can kill people with, and in his case, probably science things that I wasn't listening to.
Okay, well, do you?
I walk up. I start pounding on Otto's door in what I assume is morning-ish time. Otto, dud 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 dud.
Before breakfast, the extremely loud American is back.
Yes, good morning. Yes, you are here. You can come in.
Hey, thanks, man. We gotta talk. It's important. I come in. He looks asleep, so I start making tea. I think I probably remember where if I don't remember where he put his tea, I just start opening cupboards and grabbing tea and putting it in a pot. And hey, all right, here's what we gotta do.
Yes, help yourself to the kitchen. It's Okay, what we do?
You take your tea with cream or what? I guess I don't have cream or you just take your tea plain. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm making tea, and I say, all right, here's what we gotta do.
He's still not done with his
There's.
game.
We got some. Okay.
Background noise. Background talking.
Sorry,
We're eavesdropping. We're eavesdropping. We know everything.
We're listening in on your wife talking to you. So, how sweet. But so yeah, there's got to be some sort of monks that do travel for more than a day. We got to get one, and I pause, try to look sneaky, and convince him to tell us the passcode to open the gate. Great, and then we take his necklace. We can leave him tied up for a day or so, and then we'll just let him go. It'll be fine. You in?
1 Minuten. So I think the question is, are we going... Did you say torture?
No, I most certainly did not say torture. I was very careful to not say torture.
Oh, Entschuldigung,
I say
I'm
implying
still
torture.
Fatigued.
So.
Torture. I cannot.
No,
I cannot abide torturing of other
I actually
people.
don't want to torture anybody. I don't want to torture anybody, but I do need my stuff. It's important to me as a person.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to do science things. Because I see all your stuff there. What you could do with some nice chemicals and some accelerants and some lead and copper and brass casings. And things.
Okay. So if I'm understanding you correctly, we are going to abduct a monk and his turquoise thingy, and then grab the stuff. And at some point in time, we must compel him to give us the password. Right? You said there's the password.
They
And-
mumbled something. I don't know if it needs a password, but it might be a ritual or it might be an actual necessary password.
Okay,
I don't know,
right.
but I'm assuming it's not an ohm or something.
I
I
must admit, Arch, I am not exactly comfortable with this plan of yours. However, let us discuss it further. Number one, after breakfast, and number two, after you do me a little, just ein bisschen of a favor.
who do you want me to kill?
No, we kill no one.
I'm sorry. I totally misread that. Yes, of course I'll do you a favor. Oh, shit.
Why do you jump to violence? So
Because I was kidnapped by the mafia
last
and
night
to come to the frickin' Shambhala in the Himalayas.
you were kidnapped. You were brought here against your will.
Well, I was definitely brought here against my will.
Ah,
Kidnapping is a gentle sort of kidnapping.
that is too bad. But what I need from you, last night I went to the bars and I tried to scrape some shavings for seeing under the microscope, and I am, I was unable to, what you say, elbow grease. Do you
Okay.
think that you could provide me with some scrapings from the bars? I would be able to examine them. Maybe we won't even need the key thing.
The thingy on the neck.
Yeah,
throbbing
the neck thing.
Yeah. If you remember, I tried hitting it with my axe way back when we first saw the thing, and that didn't seem to work. But if you got something better, of course I'll help you.
So, at this point, Breck, I have to ask, do I have anything, Otto's at least familiar with the hardness scales. Do I have some stuff that's going to be particularly hard? You know, maybe not diamonds, although ideally diamonds, but stuff that's high on the list?
Just stick a diamond and hit it with a sledgehammer, and it'd probably scratch at least.
Yeah, probably.
You personally do not have diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that the people of Shangri-La don't value diamonds or gold as valuables. So there could quite easily be in the possession of someone in this village diamond jewelry that no longer has meaning. Diamonds could be in possession of the monks, and they wouldn't necessarily withhold that from you for any reason. So if you wanted to go on
I will go to
sojourn-
breakfast and I will ask people for diamonds. Excuse me, I have a wonderful experiment in mind, but I am in need of diamonds. Does anyone have diamonds they do not value? That's how I'll pitch it. I'll ask at breakfast.
Okay, you guys go to breakfast. Everybody's there. Is there anybody you ask in particular, or do you just sort of shout it out in the cafeteria?
Well, I won't shout. I will, do the whole, maybe not quite the glass dinghy thing, but I'll do the. Excuse me, my friends and fellow people. I have a request. If I could have your attention for a moment.
I'm scarfing down food like I haven't had a meal in days, which is about singular, yes.
A few people do, in fact, stop eating. They're attentive. Something interesting is happening.
Yeah.
You definitely have the attention of the abbot as well.
Okay.
Who watches intently.
And I'll say, I have an idea for a little experiment I wish to carry out. However, I find myself in need of a small amount of diamonds. Does anyone happen to possess a diamond or some diamonds that they wouldn't mind trading for or helping me out? It is for science, my friends, my brothers, my sisters.
There's some mumbling amongst people. The response you get is from the abbot, Shazardal. His response is there any particular type of diamond, size, or quality that you are interested in?
Oh, it is not
I
so.
pipe up a big one.
You're Americans always thinking bigger is better. No.
I nod happily.
What I am, I have no particular interest in size. Preferably something, and I don't know,
Cut?
something about the size of a pea or perhaps larger. But even if
What
it's
are the
just
options?
something
What are the
very
options,
small,
actually?
that would be very fantastic.
Do you need the diamond to be cut, Mac?
No, I mostly need to use it as a, as a.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
it needs to have an edge, right?
Not really, especially
Really?
if I'm just tapping it along. As long as it's got some sort of, even if it has a rough edge, as long as I
Yeah,
can
as
scrape
long as
it
it's
along
not a
bars.
ball, then it'll
Yeah.
probably be okay. Yeah.
As long as it's not smooth. Although, and I will say, also, if you do have one in with at least a couple of cut edges, that would be fantastic.
I think I can help you, Otto.
Wunderbar, Abbott, wonderful. And then I'll say, thank you everyone for your time and attention. I believe the Abbott will help me. We can all go back to breakfast.
So,
Uh,
and yeah, once he's done talking, I'm gonna walk over to the abbot, just kind of whisper in his, or not really whisper, just like tell him quietly, like, "Hey, I saw my gun this morning. I wanted to thank you. I was able to have a much better. I felt a lot better. I'm feeling much better right now. Thank you very much for helping me achieve enlightenment. Get one step closer, I suppose."
he gives you a sort of quizzical look when you mention enlightenment, but he gives you a curt nod. It's that easy for Americans, huh? That's kind of the expression he gives you.
Well,
And
that's what happens when you tie your spiritual well-being to an object. When you get that object, you are spiritually well.
he gives you a curt nod and turns to Otto and says, the diamond in question can be delivered to you in the regular fashion.
Oh, fantastic, Abbott! Your patronage for the sciences is always much appreciated.
He gives you a curt nod as well and then finishes his breakfast. And breakfast concludes, unless anybody does anything differently.
I burped once, but nothing too special.
Oh man, you get immediately killed by a monk. He rips your heart out through your chest.
Again.
How did we not
Uh,
know that was the ultimate disgrace?
Do I walk in
I thought that's a
at any
compliment to the
point
cook.
during this feed?
No, this is breakfast. You don't get here till dinner.
Oh, okay. I thought this was dinner. Okay, yeah, no worries.
Nope, this is breakfast.
It's delicious. By the way.
All right, so after breakfast, I think it's time to go back and do some more work on those purple flakes.
Turquoise.
Yeah,
It's-
turquoise. Gosh,
It's-
not purple. It's a
it's
totally
Purple,
different color.
turquoise.
It's a
Yeah.
type of green blue. I don't understand how you're so.
I'm aware. I live in the West. People sell that turquoise jewelry all over the place. It's
Okay.
I it's the disconnect between the brain and the mouth that's going on.
Yeah. All right. So, what's your little plan for this sparkly sediment?
Okay, sparkly.
I offer the helpful suggestion. If we put the diamond on the bar and I hit it with a big hammer, it should scratch, right?
Yeah, that
then-
is the general idea.
And then I just stop talking for the next 2 hours.
All
Arch
right.
sits in your room, your house, while you're doing this.
I make tea. I make some more tea. Yeah.
It
I'm
just
good
sort of
at tea.
sips. It seems like it doesn't like to be alone.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So, what's your plan? I will say that the sparkling, the sediment sparkles,
Mhm.
but under the microscope, what you can't see like turquoise stone in there. It just is sparkling with turquoise, so it's very likely a fine sand, if anything. So, what exactly is your plan of attack for trying to get this off on its own?
Well, now here's where I'm going to have to rely on me, not on me, the player, not really having a good idea, but trying to, and hopefully the character can come up with something. Perhaps craft chemistry.
Sure. Why don't you just go ahead and roll me a chemistry roll? And if it succeeds beautifully, you will.
Are you going to take your time to do this, by the way?
Yes, with an if. I mean, I'm given to understand that the taking
Okay,
the time
so-
is an implied about how long it's going to take.
Yeah,
so
so
take
you have a
extra
pretty,
time.
you have a pretty decent guess.
Mhm.
Breakfast is just concluded.
Mhm.
You know, it's 9 a.m. or what have you. You imagine that you would have to break for lunch before you finished, but coming back from lunch, you'd be largely done. So you know, maybe it's a base of 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
Mhm.
And so
I'll take
believe the
8 and
fir-
satisfy myself with a late dinner.
Okay, you'll satisfy yourself that you're going to just skip lunch. Is
Yeah, I
that-
might send Arch to go get some sandwiches. You know, quid pro quo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come back with a bucket of food.
He comes back with a single dust-encrusted sandwich.
This is the one I did.
That smells faintly of pee.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and that'll get you. What's times 2, Dave? Do you remember? Just 2
times-
dice,
hang on, I'm trying to find it now.
double length.
Okay, hold on. Where did I find it before? God, this book is so weird.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
spaced. It's like, no, it's not under. Pretty sure it's under rules somewhere. Dice, time, difficulty, time. Here it is. So, if you want to take 2 times as long, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's an additional 2 die.
All right, you get 2 dice to your chemistry roll. You could also add another 2 dice with a style point if you wanted.
Yeah, but that's 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, I'll add a style point, and that'll bring us to 10 dice.
10 dice total. Roll them 10.
Oh, here we go.
Big money, big money, big
Send me
money.
your
big
luck,
money,
Arch.
I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Big money. Average.
It's
That's-
exactly normal, but you got your money back, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So, what you do is you take some of your acid, your acidic compound, which and you soak. You do several separate experiments. I mean, you got several scrapings of sediment. So you're like, if the acid completely destroys it, you know, no big loss. I've got a few others. I'll get it out of somewhere. But of the several experiments, the one that works is you soak the sediment in some acid, and afterwards you filter it with a piece of cloth. And the sediment all washes away, and you've got a cloth with a very thin, almost imperceptible layer of sparkly turquoise, which must certainly be whatever it is that was causing the sparkle in the sediment.
Good. Okay. Well, that being the case, I kind of am curious what Arch thinks about it now that I've got some of the
I've
turquoise.
been staring over his shoulder, trying not to breathe in the fumes, and I'm like,
breathe them in, baby. It's
Is that
it's flavor
that's the
town.
That's sparkly. That's yeah. That's what sparklies mean.
Sparklies, I suppose it depends very much on the particular experiment. In this case, I have no idea, but I am confident that...
Wait! I got an idea. I heard those monks say something. Hang on, let me see if I can remember it. Ajabruva.
You don't remember it.
Is there a way that...
exactly what I was implying?
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
roll your 2 intelligence for a memory check
Excuse me.
to correctly
you know what?
remember
Now
a
I can-
foreign language.
Let's find out. Let's see if I do just for the hell of it. Let's find out if I can do this.
Come on, let's get this.
I promise you, with 2 dice, you can't succeed.
Well, he can add
Even if I
style
get it-
points.
even if I get it,
if he
Actually,
spends the
holy
time
shit,
to
I haven't
remember...
used a single style point yet.
What
Hang
about
on.
if he spends the time
Yeah, I'm
to try
gonna
and
think
remember?
about this for. I'm gonna think about this for a good 5 minutes of awkward silence.
Time does not help you with remembering.
Really?
Oh.
No, because whether or not he remembers is a simple fact that cannot be altered by meditating on it forever.
I think meditation should help, but all right. In that case, I'm gonna go intelligence. So it's is there you know what? I have 3 style points. How many style points do I get? How many dice do I get when I have style?
It's 1 per 1. So.
All right, then I'm gonna use 1 style point, so it'll be 3d2.
You still can't succeed.
Yeah, you won't be able to succeed.
I don't care. I know I'm gonna fail.
Well, then don't use a style point on this, man. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much like the.
All right, fine. 2d2.
Yeah.
Friggin'
All right, let's see how well you remember the thing then. 1 success. You remember that he said a thing, and it was in a language you don't understand. And
so that's
you're not
what
really sure.
I mumble what I think is the appropriate word, which obviously is not. And like, so Filbert Stein Thuvernob.
Nothing
So
happens.
this
Nothing
leads to a secondary question from me. If we're looking for some sort of a code word, a passphrase, I mean, I think it's all bunk, but I'll humor Arch for a moment. There's no way any sort of verbal component is going to magically make this stuff work. So, but if we were thinking about it, Otto will try breathing on the crystal very, very, very easily. He doesn't want to lose any. Just sort of see if he can't elicit a reaction with, say, carbon dioxide or perhaps some amount of heat.
I hum at it while he's doing that. We keep humming at it, and he keeps exhaling on it.
Hold on. Hold your horses, people. Steady on now. Whoa, girl. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly.
It's pronounced Arch, but thank you.
Ha, ha, ha. Funny. Very funny. Yeah, he's a very funny guy. He's a very funny guy. Very funny.
These are funny guys. Just kill one of them.
Hold on 1 second while I look something up in the thing very briefly.
Doopin' doopin' doo doo. Doo 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 doo. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Hey la, hey shala.
I just didn't
playing
want
that
awkward
game.
sound.
Are you serious?
No, that's always the opening theme to Dragon Ball Z.
Okay,
It's
I was
not-
just wondering because the latest
I
game
have-
came out and it's got that as the intro, and it's like,
Yeah. Actually, I recently watched the movie Battle of Gods.
anyway,
That's
that's.
right.
Oh,
let's
I thought
stay on
you meant
topic.
the live action. I was gonna
I'm
say,
just
don't tell
looking something
anybody
up
you
in
watched
the book really quick.
Consult the Book of Armaments.
that. So, I concur. I'm a fan
Bless
of
this
armament.
thy hand grenade.
No more than one, or no, 5 minutes is right out.
Yes, we've all seen that amazing movie.
Indeed, just gets better with age.
Mm-hmm. I concur. We have all seen that movie, which is why the
Henley
joke
has
is funny
been
every time.
quite quiet about this. It makes me wonder if
Yeah, I don't know
perhaps
what you're
he-
referencing. So.
Oh, Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail?
Wow, I've seen that movie, of course.
Oh, okay. Whew.
I just
Woo,
I
I
just
was
didn't know.
worried.
Say, Dave, I don't know if I can be friends with you anymore if you haven't seen that movie.
I just
Like,
didn't know the reference you were making. So yeah.
the Holy Hand Grenade.
No, I get that,
Like,
but I
count-
don't remember
no
that
more,
exact
no
line.
more than
I just don't
yeah. It's
remember
like
the
no
exact
more
ref-
than 3. Dave, you got to remember exact references. It's
Well, I
Oh,
do.
lay off him. Lay off him. Lay off him.
I thought he
I'm
had
being
eidetic
sarcastic.
memory.
I know.
Ha, 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 ha,
Oh no,
ha.
that's Rex, and Rex hasn't seen Holy Grail yet.
Mm.
Mostly because it hasn't come out for 40 more years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's time.
So what are we looking for? Or maybe I can help you.
No, I have found it. I'm just reading.
Okay.
La 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 la.
So, yeah.
La, la, la.
All right, so here's what I need from you, Otto.
Mm-hmm.
Otto Schultz. I need an empathy check.
An empathy check.
Intelligence.
Yep.
Straight intelligence.
If he doesn't have any empathy skill, which I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't. There's no place in the sciences for these feelings.
It's not so much
All
that,
right.
it's more like just understanding body language and stuff, I guess. More.
Well, empathy actually covers a wide range of things as
Yeah,
well.
it does. Yeah. Let me
But-
just read out what it covers so you can have an idea. Or the audience at least.
Yay.
Anyway. Empathy covers up, or covers, I guess, body language, emotions, intuition, lies, and motives.
So I imagine this is going to be an intuition thing. Well, I
This
am
is an
prepared to
intuition
make my
check.
roll.
This is
Send
an
the
intuition
feels,
check.
people. Send the feels. With Twitch's
so-
30-second delay, send your feels a little,
Oh yeah,
into the
yeah.
past or
Send them
future,
30
whatever.
seconds ago. Send them
Exactly.
30 seconds ago. It's too late.
What a gambler you are! Blow on my dice, chat.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, what
you
what
know,
about if you were
That's better than
to
blowing the dice
use
and
the
other
chance
stuff.
die if we're talking about gambling here? You know what I'm saying?
It could. I don't think it would help. It really doesn't seem like it makes any sense to me, honestly.
Well, no, I was just making a joke, but that's.
Oh,
also
okay.
fine.
All right, here we go. Drum roll and
Oh, baby! Come on.
woo!
Ooh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Bring it home, Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
You blow on the sediment on the cloth in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you, I mean, it's very hard to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're just catching the light a little bit more.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just the heat of your breath.
Mm-hmm.
But you think there might be a little bit more sparkle. You
Mhm.
think there might be a little heat coming off of it. You're not sure. Could just be your own breath. Could just be catching the light.
Mm-hmm.
Something might have happened. Who knows? It's certainly you certainly don't have very scientific instruments measuring exact temperature and exact lux of the sediment in question.
Indeed. But this sort of a revelation means that Otto's going to try it again if and when he can get into a darker area, someplace without as much light, and can try it again. But that's certainly food for thought for Otto.
Interesting. All right. So that takes you guys right up to dinner, in which Rex, you have returned. You enter the village just around dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, "Oh, they're back."
Yay.
Well, I'm gonna go find Arch.
You look around for a little
Right.
while, and eventually you see him exiting Otto's with Otto in tow.
Gentlemen.
Hey, where you been?
How are you, Mr. Rex?
Halt.
Holt, yeah, Holt. That is what I said. What's you've been gone.
Yes, I have investigated the region, and I have constructed a map of the region in my mind. I have a very good idea now of what we're in, I guess you should say. Arch, do you have a moment?
Can we talk during dinner?
No.
I mean, yeah, but I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah,
So,
I will see you at dinner, friends.
all right, later, Otto. Or I say
Later.
whatever the 1930s version of later is.
Smell you later, dude. No.
That's the
yeah.
80s version, I think.
I
think
know,
so.
I was making... It's making a funny. So the moment Otto leaves, is I turn around and I say to Arch, I'm like, Arch, well,
Mm-hmm.
I was unsuccessful finding an alternative exit to our...
I know how to get the gate open. And I just wait
You mean
for
the...
Rex to...
You mean the giant... Do you mean in the basement?
Yep, I mean in the basement. I know how the monks open it, and I know how to get our stuff back. So,
was
we
it
only
like
got
a
a kick-
secret door? Can we go there now? I mean...
You gotta kind of like, there's a thing, and I tell there's the monks have this thingy on their neck. I think it's a necklace or thingy, and they say something, or apparently according to that Otto guy, they blow on it.
Hang on a
And,
moment. You've been
Oh, we've been doing
involving
science
Otto?
all day. We've been doing science all day.
I love this. We've been doing science all day.
Yeah, like we've been doing science all day. I'm a little bit hazy on
How
a lot
much-
of the
how much
details.
have you
but
told him
apparently you
about,
blow on the thing.
How
I
much have
didn't
you
tell him
told?
nothing. I told him that we'd get him science stuff if he gave us the if he got that grate open for us. But he seems like a decent sort. I don't want to hang him out to dry. But he's just kind of doing this for the science things.
So, Wreckage, we've been together for what, 9, 10 months, something like that?
No. You've been together for, let's see.
I mean, like, the boat travel, that
Yeah,
would
that was
have
like
took
a
a long
couple
time.
weeks.
Oh, that was only a
Um,
couple of weeks? Really? It was like fucking
It's
halfway across
it's
the road
post
by a
World
boat.
War One. It's post World War One.
It
You
took
have like
myself
steamer
3
ships.
months to get here from Australia to America. Are you telling me it
Yeah,
took them
but
a
that's
couple...
because fucking no one
Shipping
is.
companies hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's has
Yeah,
nothing to do
that's
with travel
you're not
time.
if you were taking it with you, you would be here a lot faster. But the fact that they stick it all in a packaging crate and then it sits in the dock for God knows how long.
So give me an estimated time of how long we've been together for.
It's kind of, you've got those weird time things going on
Well, I mean,
occasionally.
like the
But,
the travel
for the
outside and inside.
for the most part, you've been traveling for about 2 months.
Okay, and within that time, how much?
No, I will
Frank,
not kiss you.
How much?
Oh,
how
what?
much of a like how much have you divulged about who you are, and how much of this is sort of like a trusting relationship at this point?
I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to hide or to worry about. Like the reason I got sucked into this was because
What I'm trying to work
killed
out
the-
is whether or not Rex actually
trust you? Oh.
trusts you.
That's entirely up to you. Like I'm pretty, occasionally I'll have like, glimmers of low cunning, but for the most part I'm a pretty upfront dude. I'm, linear thinker. I see a problem, I hit the problem until it stops being a problem.
So
Like,
I'm gonna say that my relationship with you so far has been that you're a lot more easier to manipulate than the other mafiosos. And
you can believe that all you want.
yeah, no, that's the
yeah,
way
go for
that's
it.
the way we're going
Yeah.
with it. And
It's
that
kinda,
I
weirdly enough,
trust.
that's how I was treating Otto, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird now that I think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
I should be nicer to Otto.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, we'll go with that. And I'm like, why? What have you told Otto about what we're trying to do here?
I told him I wanted my stuff back, and he needed his science things. That's kind of
Is that
it.
it?
Yeah.
All right. Good. I trust you. So, okay, that's fantastic news. Well, it's something that you might need to know is that the outside region is pretty much almost barbaric in a sense.
What do you mean? How so barbaric? Like they're all killing
Well,
each other? Or
No,
like,
not so much that. More like the food and the quality of life within the monastery is definitely a lot higher. And I have a feeling it's because they're bringing stuff in from the outside, like the food and other assorted things. And I believe that they might have a teleporter somewhere, or some sort of teleporting device somewhere within the
Teleporter?
monastery. Yes.
what's what? Teleporter? That's like a person to wait. Why don't they just like send a guy to climb a mountain or like with a basket on his back or something?
I
Why would
assume
they need a teleport?
teleporting is a lot faster.
I mean, but do people worry about time here? Who gives a shit if it's slower or not? They got everything they could ever possibly need.
That's the reason why. Anyway, so it might be that the stuff or the gear that everyone has might be in a completely different place, and
Well,
behind these
okay.
these bars might be something more than just a stockpile of stuff. Having said that,
Then we'll take what's behind the bars.
obviously, yes. Having said that, there are a few places that I personally would love to check out before we make any such moves. Do you remember the padlock upstairs?
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, I don't, because I never saw that. Never mind.
Yeah, he
You were the
he
only one who saw
watched
that?
for you.
Oh, okay, yeah. There was
So
a
he would have
I guess
said,
there was a-
Well, you
Okay,
saw it,
yeah,
and I'm like, and you're like, I will
Yeah, okay,
stay
my bad.
watch. Yes. I would
Yep.
love to have another attempt at that.
Okay. Yeah, I can watch it again.
Yes.
That works for me.
What does Otto need to... You said it was some sort of Okay. What does Otto need?
Well, me and Otto both need a one of the monk's necklace thingy, throbbing thingies.
Okay. I have a feeling
And,
that the things that the monks have, something that we don't have, maybe the key to this... God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Magical gate might be behind the padlock. So it's something they might keep under lock and key, something that they might give trusted people. There could be a lot of things here. So
Can't we just like grab a guy, tie him up, take a necklace, and then go open shit before
normally,
he gets
yes,
before they
but
figure it out?
what are we going to do once they figure it out and we have our stuff? What are we going to do? Shoot them?
But then we have our stuff. Yeah, we can shoot him. Duh. I mean, I'm
The
looking
last
at him like
time
he's a
you
2-year-old.
pointed
Of
a
course,
gun,
we're gonna.
the last time you pointed a gun, need I remind you, the last time you pointed a gun at someone, a monk in particular, he flattened you quite
I never pointed any gun at those monks.
would you care to recall the first monastery we went to when you pointed a
Yeah,
shotgun
the
at a
shotgun
monk?
was slung over my shoulder, and the dude punched me in the face for no fucking reason. I was pissed off about it for quite a while.
Wreckage? I
Actually.
recall my memory. Did he or did he not point a gun at a monk?
He never pointed a gun at a monk. He took his gun into the monastery when he wasn't supposed to, and he did get...
I thought it was
Just-
he was ready for action, and then the guy came out
Yeah.
and he was like holding it.
The gun might have been in my hands, but it wasn't pointing at anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Frank's always ready for action.
Yeah, he's always
actually,
ready for...
Oh, I forgot to buy that talent. Yeah, but yes, I am buying the talent. That is, I am always ready for action too.
Okay.
Anyway, you two can this conversation this is where we're gonna end. The game's over. We're out of time. If you guys want to continue to argue about what to do,
Yeah, basically, just the camera fades off into the distance of us two, just like
Us
fucking
bickering.
Yeah.
well, not so much bickering,
like
but
like
me
the
just
odd
like
couple. It's freaking Martin Landau and what's his face.
no, it's more like we're not bickering. It's more like I'm trying to like get you to do things for me, and you're just like
ladies, you're both
You're using intelligence, and I am using
Point
stupidity.
the point is, this conversation can be handled out of game. You guys can figure out what you're going to do without taking up 20 minutes of screen time. And you guys can decide how much Rex does or does not trust Otto. And we will come back next Saturday, next game day, with the continuation of how they're going to get out of Shangri-La.
Yeah. And yeah, so that pretty much ends the Hollow Earth Expedition version for tonight's game. If you enjoyed Hollow Earth, I mean, there's plenty more of it to see on the YouTube channel, which is below. And if you enjoyed what you saw so far, please give the channel a like, subscribe on the YouTube, and yeah, just sort of hang out, because in about an hour's time, and I'm going to leave the channel open for that, and probably people are going to come and go and chat, and we're going to have some stuff going in between then and now, but the idea is we're going to take about an hour's break in between the sessions so that we can prepare our bodies and our minds and the scenes of the next show to go straight into Blood Juice. So that's pretty much what's going to happen now. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me so far. It was a pleasure having you guys here. I felt like we did a lot in this particular episode. We got a lot done. A lot of things explored, a lot more sort of forward momentum.
I pissed myself gloriously.
That too. That was probably my favorite part. You just urinating on yourself. It was quite glorious.
Yeah, hey, man's got to go. Man's got to go.
Indeed. And yeah.
Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
All right. That's
Literally
pretty much it,
in
guys.
this case.
We out of here. For an hour.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Later on.
See you in an hour. Ugh.